Let's dive into the world of commercial real estate. Specifically, a platform called CRE FastTrack that's making waves by using AI to connect investors with properties, and they're laser-focused on CoStar members. But we'll get to that. Joining me is an expert in commercial real estate to break it all down.
Happy to be here.
So what's the big deal with CRE FastTrack? What are they doing that's so different?
They're tackling a huge challenge in the industry, finding the right investor for, say, $1 billion property. It's not as simple as just, putting up a for sale sign.
It's not like
Uh,
selling your old bike on Craigslist?
exactly. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. But that's where CRE Fast Track comes in. They're using AI to streamline the whole process.
Okay, so how does that work? Are we talking robots showing people around buildings?
Not quite. Think of it more like a super-powered real estate agent. This AI analyzes mountains of data, everything from an investor's past purchases to their preferred property types and locations.
So it's not just connecting any investor with any property, right? It's about finding the perfect match.
Exactly. Let's say an investor has a history of buying multifamily buildings in up-and-coming urban areas. CRE Fast Track's algorithms would then match them with similar properties that fit their investment strategy.
So it's like a dating app, but for buildings and investors.
You got it. And that leads to some incredibly targeted marketing campaigns.
So instead of blasting out generic ads, they're creating personalized messages that speak directly to an investor's interests.
Precisely. They highlight the features that matter most, like potential ROI or specific market trends. It's all about giving the right information to the right people at the right time.
Okay, that makes sense. But they're not stopping there, are they? They're going after CoStar members specifically. I know CoStar is a big name in real estate, but why is that such a crucial part of their strategy?
CoStar is like the Google of commercial real estate. They have a massive database of property information, analytics, and online marketplaces, and their members are the real players in the game. Brokers, developers, landlords, institutional investors, you name it.
So reaching CoStar members is like getting direct access to the VIPs of real estate.
Exactly. And CRE Fast Track is doing it in some clever ways.
Like what? Fill me in.
Well, for starters, they've created custom outreach strategies that speak directly to the needs and interests of CoStar members.
So they're not just saying, hey, check out this cool building, but more like, hey, based on your investment history and preferences, this property could be a goldmine for you.
You got it. And it goes even deeper. They're using AI to identify which CoStar members are most likely to be interested in specific types of properties.
So someone looking for, say, a giant warehouse isn't going to get bombarded with information about retail spaces.
Exactly. It's all about efficiency and making sure everyone's time is used wisely.
Okay, I'm starting to see why this platform is getting so much attention. It's really shaking things up. But what about the investors themselves? What do they get out of using CRE Fast Track?
Well, CoStar members get access to some pretty sweet perks. Personalized follow-ups, calls with experts, even weekly reports on their potential investments.
So they're getting the VIP treatment.
You could say that. But it's not just about fancy perks. CRE Fast Track is also big on transparency. They offer a clear subscription model with different tiers of service. And get this, if someone isn't satisfied, they can get their money back within 24 to 72 hours.
Wait, a money-back guarantee in commercial real estate? That's pretty unheard of, isn't it?
It is, but it goes a long way in building trust, especially with sophisticated investors like those on CoStar. They're used to doing their due diligence, They want to be sure they're making the right move.
Makes sense. So we've covered how CRE Fast Track works, why they're targeting CoStar members, and how they're winning over investors. But what about the actual impact? Are they really moving the needle in the commercial real estate market?
Oh, absolutely. And the numbers speak for themselves. They're projecting to facilitate a whopping $5 billion in commercial real estate transactions by mid-2025.
$5 billion. That's a lot of zeros. How are they pulling that off?
By doing exactly what we've been talking about, expanding the reach for property owners, engaging those high net worth individuals and institutions, and offering a flexible model that works for everyone.
So it's not just about technology. It's about a comprehensive strategy that streamlines the whole process.
Exactly. And CoStar members are reaping the benefits. They're getting efficient and targeted access to some seriously lucrative investments.
It sounds like CRE Fast Track is changing the game in a big way. But with all this AI and data analysis, are there any potential downsides we should be aware of?
That's a great question, and it's one we'll definitely dig into as we explore the broader implications of this technology.
Okay, so we've established that CRE Fast Track is making some serious waves in commercial real estate. But let's dive a little deeper. They're using AI to connect investors and properties, they're targeting COSTAR members, and they're projecting billions in transactions. But what does this all mean for the average person?
That's an important point. While we might not all be in the market for a skyscraper, the innovations happening in commercial real estate have ripple effects that impact all of us.
How so?
Think about it. Commercial real estate isn't just about big buildings. It's about the businesses those buildings house, the jobs they create, and the communities they shape. When the CRE market is thriving, it means more investment, more development, and ultimately a stronger economy for everyone.
So a platform like CRE FastTrack, by making things more efficient, could actually contribute to economic growth.
Exactly. By connecting the right investors with the right properties, they're helping to unlock capital and accelerate projects that might have otherwise stalled. This can lead to faster development, more jobs, and a boost to local economies.
That's a pretty significant impact. But you mentioned ripple effects. Are there other ways this kind of technology could influence our lives?
Absolutely. For example, imagine a scenario where CRE Fast Track helps to revitalize a struggling downtown area. Suddenly, vacant buildings are transformed into thriving businesses, attracting new residents and visitors. This not only creates economic opportunities, but it also enhances the quality of life for everyone in the community.
So it's not just about the big players making money. It's about the positive impact that those investments can have on communities and neighborhoods.
Precisely. And it's not limited to urban areas. Imagine a rural community that's struggling to attract new businesses. CRE Fast Track could help connect them with investors looking for opportunities outside of major cities, leading to job creation and economic revitalization in areas that are often overlooked.
That's a really interesting perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the technology and the financial aspects, but it's important to remember the human element and the potential for positive change.
Exactly. And it's not just about economic impact. Think about the environmental implications as well. CRE Fast Track could help promote sustainable development by connecting investors with projects that prioritize energy efficiency and eco-friendly practices.
So by making it easier to find and invest in sustainable properties, they could actually contribute to a greener future.
Precisely. It's all about using technology to not only make the market more efficient, but also to drive positive change on a broader scale.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. CRE Fast Track isn't just about making money in real estate. It's about using technology to create a better future for everyone.
Exactly. And it's just one example of how innovation in the CRE space is having a ripple effect that extends far beyond the world of billion-dollar deals.
Okay, so we've established that CRE Fast Track is making some serious waves in commercial real estate. But let's dive a little deeper.
Sounds good.
They're using AI to connect investors and properties, they're targeting CoStar members, and they're projecting billions in transactions. But what does this all mean for the average person?
That's a great question, and it's important to remember that while we might not all be in the market for a skyscraper, the innovations happening in commercial real estate, they have ripple effects that impact all of us.
Okay, I see what you mean. But how so? How does this high-level stuff trickle down to Main Street, so to speak?
Well, think about it. Commercial real estate isn't just about big buildings. It's about the businesses those buildings house, the jobs they create, the communities they shape. When the CRE market is thriving, it means more investment, more development, and ultimately a stronger economy for everyone.
So a platform like CRE Fast Track, by making things more efficient, could actually contribute to economic growth.
Exactly. By connecting the right investors with the right properties, they're helping to unlock capital and accelerate projects that might have otherwise stalled. This can lead to faster development, more jobs, and a boost to local economies.
So it's not just about making a quick buck. It's about investing in a way that benefits entire communities.
Right. And these benefits, they aren't just limited to big cities either.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more about that.
Well, imagine a rural community that's struggling to attract new businesses. CRE Fast Track could help connect them with investors looking for opportunities outside of major cities. This could lead to job creation and economic revitalization in areas that are often overlooked.
That's a really important point. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of the technology and the big numbers, but we have to remember the human element and the potential for positive change that these innovations can bring.
Absolutely. And it's not just about economic impact either.
Well, what else should we be considering?
Well, think about the environmental implications.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sustainable development and all that.
Right. CRE Fast Track could actually help promote sustainable development by connecting investors with projects that prioritize energy efficiency and eco-friendly practices.
So By making it easier to find and invest in sustainable properties, they could contribute to a greener future.
Exactly.